Hey guys, what is going on? This is Carnivore5, and today I have another player review for you, and we'll be talking about the 95 overall closer Jonathan Papelbon for the Red Sox. In order to obtain this card, you have to get him through Conquest. You conquer the Red Sox, command the Red Sox, and then you simply embody the Red Sox. Now I believe it's, I want to say 1,000 to 1,250. It's not too bad as far as innings goes, so definitely an obtainable card. And I would say it is one of the best and most valuable cards out there in Conquest, up there with that Wagner. And if you guys haven't seen that review, make sure you check that one out as well. These are two of the best relievers in the game. And I want to say Papelbon is actually the best reliever in Diamond Dynasty out of 95 overall. So next I want to show you guys his attributes. Alright, we're 95 overall, of course. He comes with 4 pitches, 4-seamer, splitter, slider, changeup. Maxed out hits per 9, which I think is the most important per 9 attribute. So make sure you guys watch my video. I explain hits per 9 and what it does and why it's important, but he does have maxed out hits per 9, 87 K per 9, 89 walks per 9. Those are all important. Home run per 9 is not important, but it is 85 and his clutch is 90. But if we look at his break, it is 96, and his pitches do have a lot of break, specifically his splitter and slider. So definitely a really cool card. And I wish I could show you guys some stats. Unfortunately, the stats tab it's just not working really well for some reason. But I have used him a decent amount now, and I've had pretty good success with him. And you got to use this card a different way. Next, we're going to go into pitching practice, show you guys what his pitches look like, as well as give you guys a few pointers and tips. So stay tuned for that. Hey guys, what is going on? We are at some pitching practice here with Jonathan Papelbon. And again, we're going to use the strike zone cam just because I feel like it shows you the best break for each of these pitches. Now, the difficult thing about transitioning one of these current flashback players to offline is I don't know the exact attributes on his individual pitches, but I try to do my best. So it might not be an absolute, but I'm pretty confident that I nailed him pretty accurately with these attributes. Now I know this Papelbon, he can throw up to like 95, 96. As you can see right there, it's 95. He's not a guy that's going to touch like 98, 99. He's mainly going to get you 94 to 96 mile an hour. But yeah, his fastball, it doesn't move much. It's pretty much straight. It might tail in a little bit, but as you can see right here, it pretty much just goes straight. Next pitch we're going to show you is his slider. Now, it does have pretty good break to it, and it's a slower slider. It's in the low 80s. It's not a hard slider, so it can, not only will it fool your opponents, but it will get them out in front as well. So a really good slider. And as you can see, if you started about right in the middle, it'd break this much. Pretty much just straight across, dips down a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Now we're going to go to his best pitch, in my opinion, and one of the best pitches in the game, and that is his split-figure fastball. Now I know his break is nearly maxed out, if not maxed out, for his splitter. But if you start it in the middle, it's hard to get it there. It breaks that much. It's almost like a little curveball. Look at that. Start it in the middle, bam. So you could just imagine throwing this thing low in the zone, and you're going to get a lot of swings and misses, and just by facing Papelbon, it's one of the most difficult pitches to pick up in this game. I believe his split finger is just completely nasty. We'll show you his changeup too. You're asking yourself, why does he have a changeup in his splitter? Well, there are different pitches, but you can see his changeup doesn't break nearly as much. It kind of just dives down, puts a little more backspin on the pitch, and it is a little bit slower. It's going to come in at about like, 80, I would say 83, 84 mile an hour. His splitter is going to be anywhere from 86, 87, 88. It's going to be a little bit harder. His splitter is absolutely nasty though, and I'll give you guys some pitching tips now for Papelbon. This is one pitcher I don't like to throw high in the zone with too much, because I feel like, you can, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he is best used when you keep the ball down, even against good players and players that hit the low pitch really well. So I do like to establish that fastball low in the zone. Definitely makes a lot of sense, especially righty on righty. You can, you can start middle in here. You can start low and in. It's a really good pitch, low and in, even low and away, and just establish that fastball. And of course, every now and then, test them high and in. Don't be afraid to throw that as well. Now, keep in mind, if you are going to throw high in the zone, if you guys been watching my pitching tips videos, make sure you use your slider to offset that pitch and to set it up. If you're just throwing high in the zone and you're only throwing your slider down, it's not going to work too well. So make sure you do throw sliders about in this area if you want to throw a couple high fastballs. Of course, keep in mind those pitches can be hung and have a higher risk of being just crushed and hit out of the ballpark. So choose accordingly when you want to throw these. Against really good players, they're going to be looking for the high and in pitch, so it might be a good pitch. Try that high and away slider. And we also have, of course, and I don't recommend to throw this very often, but if you do establish a high fastball, something you can also do is splitters, you know, medium inside or medium away, because it's going to look like high fastballs coming in. Like I said, it's going to look like it's coming down right here, and then it's just going to break all the way down here. So this can be really good pitches to use. Again, just be really careful when throwing them. They do lose a little bit of break when you throw them higher in the zone. So those are just some ideas to throw at you guys, especially when facing really good players and you try to mix it up. But mainly, you guys want to pound the lower part of the strike zone with him, establish that fastball. You know, recognize your opponent's tendencies. If he's swinging early in the count looking fastball, I would just pump splitters and sliders all day until my opponent finally adjusts. And that splitter is just absolutely dirty. He's going to be swinging it. And once they finally start to lay off, this is when you throw that, you know, low fastball, and they're going to be looking at it a lot. It's such a hard pitch to lay off. You almost just have to tell yourself not to swing, and that's when that fastball will fool them. Of course, when you throw that low and in fastball or that medium in fastball, the slider low and away works really well. So if you start the fastball middle in here, that's a really good pitch too. But what you can do also is throw that slider low and away. Now we actually have a lefty, and I'll give you guys a few tips too against lefties. You don't want to throw your slider as much, and if you do, I would recommend using the slider more as a backdoor. You can throw it inside and on the hands, and it's decent pitch. But yeah, his slider, you got to be really careful when throwing it in, because it's not a hard slider, it's not a fast slider. It is slower. So if you do want to throw it in, I would recommend keeping it down about right in here, and that's the only thing I would recommend. Anything else, like right there, I hung it. As you can see right there, I missed my spot, but the good thing about that is it went down here and not up in this area. So sometimes I like to throw sliders about right in here, but don't do that with Papelbon, too risky. Just keep them down and in. Those are really good pitches. But of course, your main pitch, your bread and butter against lefties, is still going to be that splitter. You know, just keep it down, throw it under the strike zone. Heck, you can even throw it for strikes. And then of course, a really good pitch too is a fastball, medium away, low and away. Papelbon's a really basic pitcher to pitch with. You don't have to get really too crazy or anything with him. I also forgot to mention you can try a pitch like this, a slider on the front door against the righty. Those can work well as too. Also, let's talk about the changeup a little bit and when to mix that in. So when your opponent is starting to finally set splitter and you notice that they can foul off the fastball, you know, and this is when you need to start thinking to yourself, okay, well, I got to give them something different. And that's what the changeup is. It's kind of a wrinkle in between pitch between the splitter and the fastball. I mean, what it's going to do is they're going to start looking splitter. They're going to start timing it up that 86 to 87 mile an hour range. That's when you drop a changeup that comes in about, like, let's see here, 84, 83, 83 there. That's when you drop a changeup and you're going to get them out in front, and you should get easier ground outs. But be really careful. You know, you're going to have to notice your opponent's swing tendencies and his timing. If he is late on the splitter, keep throwing it. Do not throw a changeup, because his timing is going to be perfect for a changeup. So know when to mix in the changeup. You know, be aware of your opponent's timing. Make sure you're checking out the feedback. It will tell you their timing. And it is a pitch that doesn't break as much either, and it does have different break. It's more of a loopier break, kind of just a slow fastball, as you can say. It just kind of loops in there. Whereas the splitter just dives straight down. So that's the difference between the two. Utilize them, keep the ball down. Just try to set up your fastball and then work the splitter off that, or you can work vice versa. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Jonathan Papelbon, definitely go get you one of the better cards in the game. And the good thing about this is you don't have to worry about inside edge. I know inside edge is kind of weird against for relievers. Some days the best guys are always playing down, like Betances and Wade Davis. You don't got to worry about that when you get yourself a 95 overall Papelbon. His attributes are going to stay the same no matter what. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is CardinalBird5 signing out. Peace.